Hi guys, my name's Ellen and I'm going to be your nurse today. And this is RN Aware, a hopefully weekly show where I tell you things I wish you knew about coming into the emergency department. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, food. But don't get too excited because I'm just going to tell you all the reasons that I won't let you eat when you come to the emergency department. Without fail, at least once a shift, a patient will ask me as soon as I triage them, I'm hungry, can I have something to eat and or drink? And my answer 9 times out of 10 is no. Some patients will laugh and say, but no really, and I'll tell them again, no, and some of them will just look at me dumbfounded. The reason I say no is not because I'm a mean nurse, not because I want you to suffer while you're waiting in the waiting room, but because I don't want to delay your care. There are some instances when you really should not have had anything to eat or drink for several hours. One of the most obvious ones, I think, is having to go to surgery. If there's anything potentially surgical that could be in the realm of possibility, I will tell you no, nothing to eat. The biggest chief complaint I see that makes me think that surgery may be down the road today is abdominal pain. If you're having pain in your belly or even up into your chest, I'm definitely going to tell you no, absolutely nothing to eat until you get seen by the provider in the back. This is really so if surgical intervention ends up being necessary, you already have been NPO or nothing by mouth for at least a couple of hours. This will help get you into the surgery faster. The reason surgery does this is because there is a chance that you will vomit during the surgery. And when you're out under that general anesthesia that they do, you're not able to protect your airway. So you're not able to control the vomiting. You're not able to keep it out of the trachea, out of your airway. That's why if you go in for surgery, say outpatient, not through the hospital, they'll say nothing to eat after midnight. I kind of do the same thing, but as soon as you walk in my door. One of the other things we like patients to not have had anything to eat or drink for is a procedural sedation, I believe is the correct word now. It's more like that twilight kind of half sedation that we do in the emergency department. For example, if we're putting a shoulder or a hip back in place, or we have a little kid who needs sutures, we can do that kind of slightly sedated, but not all the way under like general anesthesia, just to get that procedure done as quickly and safely as possible. Again, that same concern arises with the vomiting, not protecting the airway. There are a couple imaging studies that require you to not have had anything to eat or drink as well. The one coming most prominently to my mind is gallbladder ultrasound. So when I tell you nothing to eat or drink, it is purely so that I can give you the best care as quickly as possible and we don't have to wait around for your stomach to get empty. One of my biggest pet peeves is patients who come in from about 1 o'clock in the afternoon till about 4 in the morning, that kind of afternoon, evening, overnight people. And they come in, I triage them, and they say, when can I get something to eat? I'm really hungry. I haven't had anything to eat all day. They think that's the magic words. I haven't had anything to eat all day. My only question is, why not? Why haven't you eaten anything all day? You just got here at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. What were you doing for the first, 10 hours of your day? Why didn't you eat something? You saying I haven't eaten all day is not going to argue your case to me. It's going to make me think you're irresponsible. You telling me you haven't eaten all day is not going to sway me to go, oh yeah, you definitely do need food. It's not my fault you didn't eat all day. And I'm still going to tell you nothing to eat or drink. Another really big pet peeve is when people who are vomiting come in. They tell me, I haven't been able to keep anything down for days. Every sip I take, I vomit. Nothing will stay down. I can't fix this. I don't know what to do. And then they ask me, can I have something to eat or drink? My friends, no. If you're actively vomiting up everything you've eaten over the last 10, 12, 24, 72 hours, I'm not going to put more ammunition in for you to projectile fire at me. No. If I look out into the waiting room and you're there eating Doritos and Mountain Dew, I'm gonna be a little bit upset. Because either A, you're gonna vomit this all back up, and it's not gonna be pretty. Or B, this is what you've been eating, and that's why you keep vomiting, because that is not a good combination for anybody, ever. Or C, you're exaggerating your symptoms. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Somebody tells me I've had nothing stay down for 3 days, I'm going to say, oh man, that's really bad. Like, that has me worried. But if I look out into the waiting room and you're sitting there eating Doritos and Mountain Dew like you're watching the Overwatch Grand Finals, I'm going to be a little less convinced that you're feeling as unwell as you say you are. Now, if I look out there and you're sipping some water and you're still not looking great, that's a little bit more understanding. But on more than one occasion, I've had patients tell me they're vomiting as they chug Mountain Dew. You gotta stop. To make a long story short, when I say nothing to eat or drink right now until you see one of the providers in the back or until I talk to the provider, it's not for me to be mean. It's so that I can keep you safe and get you cared for as quickly and efficiently as possible. A quick shout out to one of my coworkers, Josh, who gave me the topic for this week's video. Thank you very much, and I hope I did it justice for you. With that said, take your medications as prescribed. Make sure you drink plenty of water, and I'll be back in a little bit to check on ya.